Yeah, hi there, and these comments, EA, I'm just using your initials for privacy purposes, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-Step System to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you're also one of my students in the English language program at California State University, San Bernardino. You're getting ready for your graduate study. So you completed an integrated speaking practice test 3 at my website.
According to the conversation, the speakers discuss a few ideas that how teachers can make learning more enjoyable for their students.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back to what you said there, but that's exactly the purpose.
At how teachers can make learning more enjoyable for their students. The speakers discuss a few ideas that how teachers...
A few ideas that how. I don't think I would use that grammar. They discuss a few ideas about how teachers can make learning more enjoyable for their students, right? So instead of the word that, put the preposition about, and you're using the preposition to introduce a noun clause.
Can make learning more enjoyable for their students. First, students learn quickly if teaching is done effectively.
If it's done effectively, interactively, I think is the key there, not just effectively.
Learn quickly if teaching is done effectively. More enjoyable for their students. First, students learn quickly if teaching is done effectively.
They will learn quickly teaching if teaching is done effectively. So I think you need to put that if in there. That conditional connector is important to help connect one part of the sentence to the other.
For instance, while teaching the basic of additions, teachers can ask students to pick out things to solve the problems. Moreover, the first speaker claims that through activities that can involve students' interest, like role plays, students will focus.
I think you're almost getting to the important point.
First speaker claims that through activities that can involve students' interest, like role,
they can involve students that can encourage students to interact, I think you might say, but interactively is a key idea. You're not spending a lot of time on that, but that seems to be one of the most important parts of this conversation. There's two things. How do you make the teaching more enjoyable to students? And to make it more enjoyable, you need to make it more interactively, or make it more interactive. That's kind of the answer to that question.
Students will focus on the subject for a long time. The second benefit of interactive learning, according to...
That's good. The second benefit of interactive learning, right? That's a good idea to put that in there.
The listening passage is teachers can make friendship with students. Thus, students don't see their teacher as...
How about teachers should make friendships with their students instead of just can? If you use the word should, now you're talking about it in a more obligatory sense. Probably the modal should would work better than can.
As a person who just gives them assignments. In other words, this helps students to listen to their teachers as friends more effectively and enthusiastically.
Okay.
Last, the class will be enjoyable if the teacher is able to teach by activating the student's learning through his innovation.
All right, so overall, I think you're in pretty good shape. Now, one of the issues is you had some minor language use issues, as I pointed out, and it took you a little bit too long to get to the interactive idea. That was a big idea. You probably should have mentioned that earlier or in the beginning of your response when you introduced the key point of the listening passage. You might say, according to the listening passage, teachers can make learning more enjoyable to the students by providing interactive teaching. The conversation discusses how teachers can interact better with their students. So saying that in the beginning right away, I think, would have been a little bit better in presenting your ideas. So I think that's a comment I'm giving you with your topic development, right? So overall, though, it was a pretty good response. You had some minor intelligibility issues. I'm going to put you right now at about 3.0 out of 4, or 23 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. Now, for the purposes of our class, this is going to give you a 96% on this assignment. All right, anyway, thank you very much.